What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zamir from XCC Tunes. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use FL Studio in your Cubase project. Okay, FL Studio is a great DAW, and like I've said before, a DAW is an instrument for me to express my musical ideas. And sometimes I like to work in a different DAW, which will allow me to work in a different style than I used to work with in Cubase. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to use FL Studio and do all the necessary routing, so then you can use audio coming from FL Studio, and then you can output the audio from FL Studio to Cubase. Then you can use the Cubase effects and faders to mix your track, right? So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, I would suggest if you're using only one instrument from FL Studio, you can use this FL Studio VSTI. Okay, so you can actually just add one instance of some of these plugins. Let me just add, for instance, you can use Citrus, right? SimSynth, whatever. Okay, so if you only want to use one plugin from FL Studio to Cubase, you can use the VSTI version. However, if you want to have a multiple output from FL Studio, for instance, if you're using FL Studio just to program your drums, I would suggest you use the multi-output, because then you will have more option to output from FL Studio to Cubase. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is, okay, let me just go back to the template and get the minimal and empty one, because I'm going to program a drum now, just a simple drum for the sake of this video. By the way, when you're making a beat, make sure the tempo of FL Studio and the tempo of your project window is the same. So here I've already set it to 140, and the tempo of this FL Studio session is also 140. Okay, so let's add the kick, and now let's have some hi-hat. Okay, it's just gonna be a very simple beat right now. Yeah, that works. Okay, now I have these drums sounds, so let's make a beat. Okay, so if I like this beat, I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna come back to Cubase. Okay, so when I hit play now, it's gonna give me 4 count first before the sound starts to play. Okay, okay, so why it's actually giving me 4 count first is because of this time offset quarters, right? So if I change this to 0, when I hit play, so if you like this beat, you can just create a MIDI event, maybe for 1 or 2 bars, and then you don't have to draw any note here. You just come here and press shift right click and go to render in place, render settings. Oops, sorry about that. Let's try again. Okay, so you can render the audio straight from FL Studio like so. However, now you have all the drum sound in one audio file. This is really not suitable when you are mixing. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys another way that you can do this. So let me undo that, and I'm going to go to FL Studio, and now you're gonna have to go to a mixer. Now you can see all these mixer channels. You have to route these drum sound to its own channel. Okay, so how you can do that, you can just click on these button here and go to its sample editor, and then click on this track. Now it's routed and also rename this channel. Okay, so let's go to the third one. I'm going to click on track. Okay, now I got these 3 sounds routed to its own channel. Okay, So now we're gonna go to the first sound, which is the kick, and I'm gonna go here, down here, click on this none, go to FL1, okay, and then the second one I'm gonna go to FL2, third one I'm gonna go to FL3, okay. And another thing that you have to do is go to master, click on this and go to none, okay. So because we don't want any sound coming from master to be routed to another channel. Okay, once that's done, you have to go back to Cubase, go to VSTI. Now here on this drop down menu, click on it, activate output, and go to FL2 and 3. Okay, now when you click on this drop down menu here, you're gonna have 3 outputs, right? I'm gonna hit play now. Okay, so now you got this own mixer channel. Let me go back to the mixer. So you can actually adjust the levels here. You can add your insert effects. You know, you can EQ and do all those fun stuff, right? So if you want to have this audio render out, you're gonna have to do the same thing. Press shift, right click, go to render in place. But here you have to make sure that you go to render settings and the only channel settings is being selected. If you have selected complete signal path or master of effects, it's gonna only bounce all the sounds together. So we don't want that. We want to just render the channel settings. So I'm gonna hit render. Okay, so now it's already created the audio files here. Let me mute these sounds. Okay, so then you can just delete this one and you can just copy and paste and so on. Okay, if you notice that the level here is kind of like not too loud, because what I did was I adjusted this level, right? So it kind of adjusted the level here as well. Okay, so if you want, you can just select all of them and increase the level. So that's how simple it is to use FL Studio in Cubase. So if you guys find this video helpful, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, smash the like button, and share this video to everybody. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.